Welcome to Exam Sale. In this short guide I will walk you through the syllabus for the VMware vSphere 6.7 Foundations Exam 2019 so you know exactly what to study and how to prioritize your time. This exam covers 7 sections with specific weights. Section 1 Install and configure vCenter server and XC is 18%. Section 5 Establish and maintain availability and resource management features is 18%. Section 3 Configure and manage vSphere storage is 16%. Section 4 Deploy and administer virtual machines and vApps is 16%. Section 2 Configure and manage vSphere networking is 14%. Section 6 Perform basic troubleshooting of a vSphere deployment is 9%. And Section 7 Perform basic monitoring of a vSphere deployment is 9%. Use these percentages to guide study priority and time allocation. Section 1 Install and configure vCenter server and XC carries 18% of the exam and is rated medium difficulty with an estimated 12 hours of study. You will learn vSphere architecture and component identification including vCenter server appliance requirements and the difference between XC and vCenter server roles. You will practice interactive XC installation and deploying the VCSA, configuring inventory and hierarchy, managing licenses, and setting host settings via DCUI and the vSphere client. The section also covers configuring vCenter server roles and permissions so you can secure administration tasks. Section 5 Establish and maintain availability and resource management features is also 18% and marked hard with about 15 hours of study recommended. This domain teaches vSphere HA and fault tolerance configuration including cluster settings, admission control policies, heartbeat mechanisms, and proactive HA requirements. You will learn to enable and configure fault tolerance and VM monitoring and to manage HA responses to host isolation. The domain also covers vSphere DRS and resource pools, including automation levels, migration thresholds, affinity rules, and SDRS so you can optimize workload placement and resource allocation. Section 3 Configure and manage vSphere storage is 16% of the exam and is considered hard with roughly 14 hours of study time. You will learn storage connectivity and types such as ISCSI, NFS, fiber channel and FCOA, plus how to configure adapters and multipathing. The syllabus includes VMFS 6 features, creating and managing VMFS and NFS data stores, and RDM use cases. It also covers storage policies and virtual volumes, creating and applying SPVM policies, configuring storage I/O control, and understanding SAN requirements and data store maintenance operations. Section 4 Deploy and administer virtual machines and vApps accounts for 16% and is medium difficulty with about 10 hours to study. This section explains virtual machine creation and life cycle management including configuring VM hardware, installing VMware tools, and managing snapshots and revert operations. You will learn template workflows, creating and deploying OVF or OVA images, and managing content libraries for efficient provisioning. The domain also covers vApp concepts, startup and shutdown ordering, and resource allocation for multi-tier application deployments. Section 2 Configure and manage vSphere networking is 14% and rated medium with an estimated 12 hours of study time. You will learn to configure vSphere standard switches, including port groups, Veeam kernel ports, and IC teaming and security policies. The domain also covers vSphere distributed switches and their advantages, migrating from VSS to VDS, configuring distributed port groups and uplink port groups, and using LACP. You will also study network I/O control and private VLANs so you can manage traffic shaping and isolation in larger environments. Section 6 Perform basic troubleshooting of a vSphere deployment is 9%, listed as hard and suggested at 8 hours of study. This area focuses on identifying and resolving common infrastructure issues such as XC and vCenter connectivity failures, storage performance and pathing problems, and VM network configuration errors. You will practice interpreting XC system and agent logs, troubleshooting VM power on and migration failures, and using command line tools to identify resource contention. Scenario-based assessment will test your ability to apply structured troubleshooting steps under realistic conditions. Section 7 Perform basic monitoring of a vSphere deployment is 9%, rated easy with about 6 hours of study time recommended. In this domain you will learn to create and manage vCenter server alarms, Identify default alarm conditions, and configure SNMP and email notifications for alerts. The syllabus also covers interpreting performance charts at overview and advanced levels, monitoring tasks and events, and checking vCenter server health and services. These monitoring skills help you proactively detect issues and validate that your remediation steps worked. That wraps up the syllabus overview for the VMware vSphere 6.7 Foundations Exam 2019. Focus your study time according to the weights. Spend extra hands-on hours on the 218% domains, and practice with labs and scenarios to build troubleshooting confidence. Good luck, and use this map to plan your study sessions effectively.